Hello and welcome Universe Mode. This is Monday Night Raw. We are here. It has been quite a bit since the Royal Rumble, but we are on the road now to WrestleMania. There's no doubt about it. We have strapped ourselves in. We are on the way down that road, and we will culminate in Orlando for the ride of a lifetime of WrestleMania. We are right now in Buffalo, New York, and we have a pretty interesting episode of Monday Night Raw. It did not go the way that Raw intended. They did not win the Royal Rumble, but there were a few talking points, most notably the match that we'll see in the main event here tonight. Tyler Breeze, the 2017 Royal Rumble winner, was eliminated by Kassius Ohno during the match. Breeze looking for a little bit of revenge maybe. Ohno looking to capitalize on the momentum that he picked up from eliminating Breeze last night, the only Royal Rumble winner who was in that matchup. And we'll see if that'll be the case. That was looking like an interesting main event later on tonight, but then coming up for our quote-unquote real main event, we are going to be hearing from the World Heavyweight Champion, Jinder Mahal, who apparently has a victory celebration set up. Interesting, given the fact that he lost via disqualification to Adam Cole. He may well still have the title, but if there was one thing he certainly didn't have, it was a victory. Yeah, that one kind of missing the mark for Jinder, but that is what we'll see to close out the show here tonight. But we're going to kick things off with singles action involving none other than the new United States champion, Aiden English. He'll be going one-on-one against Axel. It was a huge upset. To kick things off at the Royal Rumble, when we saw that triple threat match take place, when we saw in a matchup involving Cody Rhodes and James Storm, two guys who were set and put to be going face to face with one another, it was a shocker to witness, of all people, Aiden English not only step up and get himself involved in that triple threat match, but to walk out with the United States Championship, pinning Cody Rhodes. Now, looking back at the match, you can obviously say that, well, Aiden English didn't do that much, and you're correct. He ran around the ring a lot, he let Storm and Rhodes fight it out, and then he picked up the scraps. But he's still got the pinfall, and he is still your new United States champion. That is the main talking point to come away from it all. Cody Rhodes, I imagine, not that pleased. Neither, I imagine, is James Storm. James Storm, to be fair, never usually pleased now that I think about it, but we'll see when action will come about with them in due times. There are no more brand-exclusive pay-per-views on the build-up to WrestleMania. We have King of the Ring a few weeks from now, but that is then, this is now, and the now is the new United States champion, Aiden English, who'll be making his way out right about now with that US title around his waist. The Buffalo crowd almost don't know how to react to this. And that can be said for a lot of people. This man, of all people, is the United States champion. I don't know how he did it, and I don't know what. It's baffling that he's the champion. What the hell are those behind him? Who is accompanying Aiden English to the ring? They're cheering him on, whoever it is. I literally have no idea who they... Can't even tell who they are. Aiden English is also not paying any attention to them. They didn't come up in the nameplate. Aiden English is just focusing on himself and that United States Championship that is around his waist right now. Pointing to the belt as well that he won, but who the hell are those guys at ringside? Like I said, Aiden is showing absolutely no attention to them whatsoever. Pointing at them a little bit as he poses in the middle of the ring, but those guys are interesting. I literally have no idea who they are. They're not billed on the card I have received. They're not managers. They're not wrestlers. They're just out there. There they are, both of them. Look quite alike as well, almost like twins in their own right, I guess. But who in the hell are they? Aiden English has offered no description. As a matter of fact, we haven't heard from the Drama King ever since he captured the United States Championship at the Royal Rumble. These guys are just standing out there. They look like they've got, like, I guess you could say opera masks. Like those the little eye masks, I guess they got on, like you see in, like, Phantom of the Opera or something. But aside from that, there's really nothing I can tell you about those guys. I know about as much as you do right now. Aiden English has the scoop, but we don't know anything about them. Look at that. They're just watching Aiden English right now. And they're just standing there. They're not doing anything. They're not phased. They're not even showing emotion. They're just watching as the United States champion kick things off against Curtis Axel here tonight. Well, speaking of James Storm, actually, as I brought him up earlier, Storm believes that he should be granted another United States Championship opportunity. The fact that he wasn't pinned and the fact that he practically put the matchup on a platter for Aiden English to win at the to win the title at the Royal Rumble, believes that he should have another match. The Raw General Manager Daryl Ronaldo said, "Yeah, you can have a match, but you've got to win you can have another match should you win here tonight." Apparently, Daryl Ronaldo has been keeping a secret from us in regards to a Raw talent. He says that he has kept someone hidden, and he'll be revealing them here tonight. So it could be a debut, it could be someone returning, could be someone completely new, could be someone from NXT for all we know. A lot of mystique right now over the picture here in Monday Night Raw. Aiden English, the only champion in action tonight. The women's division will not be competing in action here tonight. Excuse you, Aiden English! You and Raw will be hearing from Seth Rollins' lawyers. You do not go around hitting Architect's Annihilation like that, especially if you're going to get a 1 count of all things. Have some respect for one of the greatest moves on the planet. Anyway, as I was saying, the women's division will not be here tonight. Paige, of course, put the challenge out to Rosemary to challenge for the women's championship in a rematch from Armageddon. There is no response right now, though, from Rosemary. And since Paige has put out the challenge and no response has been made, the Raw General Manager believed it would not be in the best intention to just send 2 women out there if it is all for nothing. Which makes sense in all fairness. But like I said, Aiden English, the only champion in action here tonight to the best of my knowledge. Undertaker, not going to be here. Undertaker and Kane, rather, not going to be here. Jinder Mahal will be talking later on tonight, but he won't be performing. That being said, right now we focus back on the match there. One of those guys on the outside intervened, distracted the referee. Not too sure what it allowed, though, considering Aiden English needed to fight back to get back in the matchup. Axel does a good job there, stopping himself by the ropes, but clattered there with a double axe handle. Aiden English now. Big knee as the US champion. Looks to get a big win here on his first match as champ. It is your first match as champion that can dictate a lot about your reign. And he is looking to prove that point right about now. Albeit, though, with a fairly soft opponent in Curtis Axel. Interesting, given how much the Raw General Manager has shown some favoritism towards Aiden English ever since picking up his job. We've seen, like I said at the Rumble, many opportunities have been handed to Aiden English, and another one was given to him at the Rumble, and he fully capitalized on it this time round. English now in position, director's cut, nails it on Axel, and just how it finished Rhodes at the Rumble, it will finish Axel here tonight. Aiden English is your winner in his first match as United States champion, but there are many talking points to take away from this match. Most notably, who the hell are those guys on the outside, and why are they with Aiden English? There are some things that I just cannot tell you right off the bat, and this is one of them. I know nothing about this, and I wonder if the Raw General Manager knows anything either. Perhaps we can get the scoop off him later on, maybe. I'm not too sure, but we need to know who these guys are, what they're doing here, and whether or not they're going to cause any problems. I don't know, but victory for Aiden English there as we're going to move on now. Tag team action coming up next. The New Day going to square off against TM61 here. After the Brood successfully defeated the Brian Kendrick and Diesel last week on Raw. It'll be interesting to see maybe who could be next in line. WrestleMania, of course, is coming around the corner, but tag team titles I could see being defended before then. The Raw tag team division, though, does need a breath of fresh air within it, and maybe the New Day can get another title shot, or maybe TM61 that can get their first crack at the tag team titles. I'm not saying this is a #1 contenders match, because obviously I'm not the general manager of Raw. I'm not the general manager of the B show or the C show or whatever you want to call it. I am the general manager of the A show, ECW. However, of course, an interesting thing to talk about when it comes to, even though I can call my brand the A show, is that none of the shows right now have the Royal Rumble winner. Of course, if you saw the Royal Rumble, which fucking hell, a lot of you did, Kazuchika Okada, of all people, walked out of San Antonio with a ticket to the main event of WrestleMania. But right now, no one knows where Okada's allegiances lies. Like I said at the Royal Rumble, he was taken out on a stretcher at NXT TakeOver the night beforehand. What does this mean for Okada? What brand is he on, more importantly? Is NXT going to be main eventing WrestleMania? Does that mean we have to scrap NXT TakeOver Orlando the night before? There is a lot of questions to ask about the Okada victory, as incredible and as surprising as it was. Those questions will arise when we get to it, because of course we won't know anything about that main event of WrestleMania. We won't know anything about the champion that Okada will take on until he makes it official. Until he comes out and says which champion he's going to face, attacks the champion he's going to face, or goes face to face with the champion of his choosing at WrestleMania. Whatever it is, Okada will be in the main event. Whether it'll be Jinder Mahal, Seth Rollins, the new WWE champion Bobby Fish. But there is an extreme part of me that thinks it will be one of those three. I don't think Okada will go for Corin. I do not see it happening. And maybe we'll get some information on NXT later on in the week about where Okada lies when it comes to NXT. But that is I shouldn't be talking about Okada during this upcoming tag team matchup. But of course, for all we know, Okada could be a Raw superstar in a few weeks. It just all depends on what he decides. This is what makes it ever so confusing about the Royal Rumble right now. We are, for the first time in this universe, we have a Royal Rumble winner, and we cannot tell for a second who he'll be facing. Last year was kind of obvious. It was a little bit difficult to tell, but you kind of could tell that Breeze was going to stick to Raw. The 2 years beforehand, it was obvious as anything with Barrett and Aries. This year, we know nothing about Okada, which makes it all the more interesting when he reveals who he'll be facing at WrestleMania. But anyway, we'll gloss over that now. Going back to the tag team action here. Nick Miller starting things off against Xavier Woods, or Michael Bublé as he can also be known. Starting off here against Woods. Woods and Kingston going to be the tag team in this matchup. Usually it's usually it's Big E and Woods as the tag team, but I guess to be on almost a level playing field, and even to make it as, maybe even to catch up with the athleticism that TM61 bring to the table, they decided to go with the more athletic duo. That's not to take away from Big E. He is fast for his weight, but maybe some more dynamic and innovative moves can come from the duo of Woods and Kofi. Kofi more of a singles athlete within the New Day, but like many on Raw, has struggled to find his mark. Kingston went from a Royal Rumble, a World Heavyweight Championship challenger in the start of 2017 to failing to find the mark almost quickly. Very nice double team move there by TM61, like an Alabama slam into a neck breaker. Perfect moonsault there, pitch perfect the way he rotated in midair there. Shane Thorne now the legal man in this one. Let's see what will happen with the agility of Shane Thorne coming out into play here. Thorne up and down with a brainbuster. And there's Thorne wrenches on the neck here. You got to think that Mordecai, more specifically, the leader of the Brood, will be watching this one quite closely, seeing who will be next for his tag team champions. Thorne went for a Phoenix Splash there again. What is it with everyone stealing moves from Seth Rollins? I know he's the greatest of all time, but calm it down a little bit. You're never going to be able to do what Seth Rollins can do. Architect's Annihilation, Phoenix Splash. God, next thing you know, you'll be telling me Kofi Kingston's hitting a curb stomp. Tag made here anyway. Nick Miller back in. Double arm wrench, then shoulder tackle. And, oh, painful maneuver there. The groin and the thighs stretched of Xavier Woods. That's a burning pain for Woods to endure. But he's fighting on here, and a big DDT there. Miller bouncing from it as well. TM61 made their debut at the start of this series of Universe. And like a lot of teams, though, have been forced to almost be pushed by the wayside with the Bullet Club Brood fiasco that went on. The two dominant teams locking horns on Raw. And now that the Brood are in charge, more opportunities being given out for more teams, but it is still difficult, given how destructive the Brood have been. I think Mordecai may have put it best when he, no, maybe not Mordecai, but you see a lot of people saying they've gone through everyone, and then they went through them again. I think I said that about the Brood, and that is completely the truth. They've gone through everyone, and they've gone through more. They've gone through some more than once. The New Day being a specific example. On a roll there by Xavier Woods onto Nick Miller. Might look to try and get him in the corner there for some kind of tag team finisher. Wouldn't have been the Midnight Hour, because that's a Big E maneuver. But you never know. Maybe the New Day, maybe these two men have something else in mind. Countered by Miller. Brought him back there. Very smart that he did so to avoid Kofi potentially tagging himself in. Nick Miller now going to look to tag in Shane Thorne, it seems. Taking a bit of a beating at the hands, and it's going to be this Alabama slam combo again. It's a beautiful move. TM61 with some highly coordinated and very well gelled tag team offense going on here. Lovely Saito suplex there by Nick Miller. Tag made, though Xavier Woods jumped there to get the tag into Kofi, and here he goes now. Shane Thorne trying to fight back. German suplex. Kofi wiggles his way out of it there. Nicely done indeed. Kofi with a hard lariat into the corner now. Two fresh men in. Crowd gearing a little bit behind New Day here more than TM61. And the boom drop there by Kofi. Doesn't look for the pin. Is going to look for trouble in paradise though, and Nick Miller there makes the save for his tag team partner. Both men though still dazed. Trouble in paradise by Kofi. Miller helped as much as he could, but he couldn't stop Thorne from the impending doom of that strike. Cover here. Woods is still down on the outside, and that enables Miller to make the easy save, but he's up on the shoulders now of Kofi and in trouble. Stun gun on the ropes there. This allows Thorne though to get right back up to his feet. Here comes Shane Thorne now. Clotheslines. Down goes Kofi. Ducks under. Big super kick crashes him right in the jaw. Shane Thorne now getting TM61 back in this one. Oh, Exploder suplex in the turnbuckle for Kofi to endure. And let's see what else he'll do here. Gonna go up to the top rope again. Is he looking for the Phoenix Splash again, or will he look for something more sensible? Looks for the Frog Splash, and he still can't connect with it. Kofi moves out of the way. Nick Miller getting himself up to his feet on the outside. Meanwhile in the ring, Kofi there with a leg DDT, trying to take away some of that speed. Cover now. Not going to put him away though. What a turn of events this tag match went through in just a short amount of time. Kofi now picks up Miller. Sorry, Thorne even. Sends him into the turnbuckle. Great counter there by Thorne. A hard elbow in the face. And now with an opportunity, he is going to tag in here. Indeed he will. Could we see something big from them? Could we even see Thunder Valley? Yes, we will. And that one may do it for TM61. Woods tries to make the save. He's up and over. TM61 are your winners here. And that is job done for TM61. A much needed victory, and one that they can certainly be happy about. The New Day, certainly an interesting duo in Woods and Kofi, one that we don't see too often. They certainly fought, they certainly had TM61's number, certainly Kofi did especially. But the dynamic duo that is TM61 proved their worth and could be showing that there is a future tag team title opportunity in the future lined up for them. Best of luck though, because it is a David and Goliath situation against the Brood. But coming up next, the Brian Kendrick is in action. Had a busy week last week, did Kendrick, and he has made no intentions of coming out. No jacket, no banner that he holds behind him. He has just walked to the ring here, microphone in hand as well. Kendrick does not look best pleased. Kendrick had to fight 3 matches in a short period of time. He had 2 matches in one night and then the Royal Rumble to deal with. Kendrick does not look happy. Then again, when does he really ever look happy? And he is bringing that up. 3 matches. All multi-man. The fact that he isn't champion is to blame. And Kendrick pulling a Drew McIntyre on ECW as well. Refusing to compete. He wants no part of this match against Randy Orton here tonight. And next week, looking like he wants to come back bigger and better than ever. Kendrick just walked out, delivered what he wanted to say, and he's going back the way he came. The Brian Kendrick refusing to compete here tonight. The match is, I guess, taking its toll on the Brian Kendrick, and he's done here. He is taking his ball, and he is going home. Alright then, I guess. We're going to move on right away. We have no choice to move on right away. The Brian Kendrick, as I said, much the same as Drew McIntyre did on ECW last week, walking out. And in a way, that it's difficult to argue against his idea. 3 matches in 1 week for a guy like Kendrick. He had a title match, an 8-man battle royal, and the Royal Rumble. Kendrick entered a number 27 and didn't survive that long. He was eliminated by the eventual Rumble winner, Okada. And I think that was the wear and tear getting to him. These points are fair. If not for the multi-man matches, maybe not the tag title, maybe the 8-man battle royal, because he certainly survived a long time in it. But maybe the Royal Rumble, he entered at a really good number. But maybe the fatigue was just too much for him. But anyway, here's a man who is never happy, and certainly not happy about the Royal Rumble not winning that US title. Storm said he wanted that match. Of course, the general manager said, you can have the match if you win tonight against my man. What the hell is that? I've never heard that theme before. I've never seen... Oh my Jesus Christ. What kind of behemoth have we just let escape into Buffalo? Well, he goes by the name of Lars Sullivan, and I guess Daro Inalo was really keeping him under wraps. Never before have I seen this guy. A monster of a man. I'm calling him already. I'm calling it this. This is the Braun Strowman of Monday Night Raw. This is the Brock Lesnar of Monday Night Raw. This is your nightmare of Monday Night Raw. You can say the Brood have their nightmarish features with their mind games. Well, look at this man. All business, all power. That has got to be some 350 pounds right there, and not an ounce of it is escaped with muscle. Not an ounce of it isn't. Ripped to the core. Look at this man here. Look at the way he looks even. Looks almost like a troll in some ways. Look at the biceps on this guy. Look at the body. Jesus Christ, James Storm. I know you're a fighter, and I know you love to have I know you love to just smash your fist into anyone's face time and time again to try and disfigure them. But let's be honest, Lars Sullivan's already looking pretty disfigured, and he's already just made you fly across the ring there. Just rubbed his forearm in his face there. Almost like he's using his arm to his advantage there, I guess. But look at the strength of this man already. Just deadlifting Storm around here. Backbreaker. Or gutbuster, one of the two there by Sullivan. Jesus Christ. Of course, James Storm, this is a big debut for Sullivan as well. This guy was just seconds away from being US champion at the Royal Rumble. And now he is being thrown around courtesy of Lars Sullivan. Counter there by James Storm, and here he goes now, bringing in those quick jabs, and Lars Sullivan just shrugs them off like they're nothing. Gorilla press slam there. An early cover and count, and it's a kick out. Jeez, this guy is just scary to look at. Like, he may not have the impending height that Braun Strowman does, or the complete chiseled frame that the beast Brock Lesnar has, but his power is more than speaking for itself. What he almost lacks in a look, he makes up for in just pure strength. Sullivan isn't a man who cares about how he looks. I can already get that vibe from him. He is a man who cares about what he does, what his body can do to decimate his opponents. And look at that, just stomping into him there, right into the chest of James Storm. Storm's had barely anything going for him in this matchup, and look at this, just by his head, and clubs him down. Cover here by Lars once more. Storm, I imagine, still feeling some kind of effect from that grueling fight that he essentially had with Rhodes for the majority of that matchup in the triple threat. And as it's currently standing, James Storm's chance of having another chance at the United States Championship looks to be thinning, and thinning fast. Stun gun there into the ropes by Lars Sullivan. Oh my God. Can that top rope even hold him? Sullivan, diving headbutt from the top rope of all places. Look at the strength of this man. Grabbed him like it was a palm grab as well. Not like a choke. Just grabbed him from his forehead, and now he has him locked in here, bringing him round, and drives him down with power and dominance and destruction. Lars Sullivan just made a huge impact in his Monday Night Raw debut. Talk about destruction. Talk about a monster. Talk about fear. And Lars Sullivan has very quickly found a way to get his name shooting well up that list. James Storm, there is no United States Championship opportunity on the way for you. However, a trip to the hospital, that may be your best intentions. Lars Sullivan destroys on his Raw debut. Mauro Ranallo kept this man hidden under wraps, and Jesus Christ, has he made sure to be unveiled to the world with a big, big win here tonight. Look at how quickly Raw has changed in 2018 under the Raw general manager. Aiden English is US champ, Jinder Mahal as world champ, and now Lars Sullivan added to the mix for us to all focus on. We're going to have to keep our eyes on him over these upcoming weeks, and I certainly don't think it's going to be hard to find him either, with a chiseled, menacing figure that he possesses. Well, maybe it was for the best that the Brian Kendrick decided to not get himself involved in that matchup, because we just witnessed one hell of a debut here on Monday Night Raw. But now we move on to the main event. It'll be interesting to see how it's dealt with. Tyler Breeze and Kassius Ohno, two of the most respected men on Monday Night Raw. Breeze, a staple to Monday Night Raw throughout 2017. Last year's Royal Rumble winner, as I said, main evented and won the World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania. Two-time world champion. Was the forerunner, the man at the front of the line in the fight against the Bullet Club throughout the summer of last year. An enduring Falls Count Anywhere matchup against Dolph Ziggler for the world title at SummerSlam. Tyler Breeze has done it all essentially on Monday Night Raw. King of the Ring, United States Champion. Tyler Breeze has almost been there and done that with everything. There is a reason why this man is so respected within this universe. There is a reason why I went from not respecting Breeze one bit to completely having a boatload of respect for him. This is a guy who is almost telling that perfect underdog story. In the Royal Rumble when he entered at number 18, I just remember shrugging him off and just almost being like, oh, Here comes Tyler Breeze. He ended up lasting all the way and eliminating CM Punk on his return to the universe, no less, to win the Royal Rumble last year. This year, however, a much more different telling story for Tyler Breeze. Entered at number 8, his Rumble was lackluster, and he was eliminated by this man, Kassius Ohno. Breeze ran at Ohno, looked like he went to eliminate him maybe, and Ohno just acted on instinct and sent him over the top rope. Breeze's feet hit the floor, and it was a big surprise. Ohno went on to have quite an interesting Rumble as well. I think he picked up 2 eliminations before being eliminated by, my mind wants to tell me, Tetsuya Naito. Good Rumble for Ohno, no less. Eliminated 2 mainstays in it. It was a good, like I said, good Rumble for Ohno. One of the better ones for the Monday Night Raw side of things. Now here tonight, 2 men who respect one another. 2 men who have a bit of tension with one another as well. Whether or not Ohno intended to eliminate him or not, it doesn't matter. It was every man for himself. But Breeze, of course, a man who has undergone a character change over these last few months. Changing away from the man who possesses the beauty, you know, the man who's all about his looks. All about his model status, his seasonal residencies, to a man who, sure, he has his cell phone when he comes to the ring, but that's a staple piece of Tyler Breeze. Sets him apart almost, but when it comes to being in that ring, Tyler Breeze is focused. He's a fighter. You see it here. No tassels on his attire. No expensive materials used to make his attire either. It's just all about that will to fight. And that is what Breeze brings to the table every time he's in action here on Monday Night Raw. And he'll certainly do it here against Ohno. Ohno right now, though, has come out looking to possess the same level of momentum that he did at the Royal Rumble. I talked about during the Rumble, when you come out of it, do you hold some kind of boost in momentum, you know, for the sake of someone like Tetsuya Naito in ECW, who had a great Rumble? Does he now have a huge amount of momentum going for him? Does someone like Kota Ibushi on SmackDown Live, who saw the Royal Rumble who saw the ring he was in go from 5 to just him in the blink of an eye and pick up 2 eliminations in seconds, does he suddenly have an incredible boost of momentum heading into that title matchup for him tomorrow night on SmackDown Live? Maybe he does. There's no telling for sure. But one thing is for certain, if you have a good Rumble, you want it to carry over. I don't know, he's trying to make sure that it carries over here tonight. He sends Breeze back in the ring here. Collision between the two, though, and Breeze will use that full opportunity to capitalize. The veteran that is Kassius Ohno certainly going to test the ability that Tyler Breeze has within him. The thing is about the character change of Breeze is when the tassels went, so did the showboating. So did the cheap maneuvers. It was all about Breeze wanting to develop his wrestling ability further, make himself a better athlete within the ring, a more respectable athlete within the ring. And Breeze has got to have a chip on his shoulder as well to overcome that disappointing Rumble performance. Like I said, the only former Royal Rumble winner who was in the matchup, and he didn't deliver. Overshadowed by even the likes of Kota Ibushi, Tetsuya Naito, Braun Strowman, certainly. Ohno right now has Breeze in position here. Look at the strength there to hold him up in the way that he is. Sends him into the turnbuckle and throws him there. Great bit of strength executed by Ohno. And the big man here is going to fly. Elbow drop, pinpointed into the back of Tyler Breeze. For all the pent-up aggression I can imagine Breeze showing within him, he's not doing the best job right now of fighting back against it. Big flying forearm there, but can he capitalize here? Chin lock against Ohno. Ohno struggling to get out of it as well, softening him up maybe for the beauty shot. Still has that move going for him, and the namesake as well. There's the mannerisms, rather, should I say, of Tyler Breeze that have changed a long time. Breeze looks for the supermodel kick. Denied. Great counter by Ohno as well. Powerbomb now incoming. Denied by Breeze as well. Great bit of fight back here coming from Tyler Breeze now. Hurricanrana. Here is the Tyler Breeze that wanted to avenge that loss. The elimination at the Royal Rumble. Here is the Tyler Breeze that won the Royal Rumble from the number 18 position, but Ohno, just as quickly as he eliminated Breeze at the Rumble, derails his momentum here. Ohno now in the turnbuckle, looking for something big here maybe. Breeze is staggering right now. Big boot by Ohno, and you know that is one of the stiffest boots there is in the business today, and it did it. Rather surprising fashion as well. Ohno may well have booted the jaw off of Tyler Breeze, because he just walked out of this one your winner. I was expecting that match to go on double the length that it did at the least, but Kassius Ohno is showing that in his short tenure here on Monday Night Raw, he is here to make a name for himself. It doesn't matter whether you respect him or not, whether he's a friend or not, when it comes to the ring, it is all about business. And Ohno just made sure that was the case for Tyler Breeze. Where does Breeze go from here though? Well, a disappointing loss for him. It might be tough for him to claw back the momentum that once made him a two-time World Heavyweight Champion. Good win for Ohno though in the main event, but now it is time for the modern day Maharaja, the World Heavyweight Champion, the man who I cannot stand one bit, to hold his victory celebration, despite losing by disqualification at the Royal Rumble. Jinder Mahal may well have been the one to leave on his feet at the Rumble after laying out Adam Cole after the match with the Colossus, but still, it will go down in his record as a defeat. Mahal here tonight comes out to celebrate his victory. And here he is, the world champion, heading towards the ring. The belt is held up on a pedestal right now at ringside for him to adorn it and for us to focus on, but it is all about Jinder Mahal here, ProJaked with the crowd here in Buffalo right now. But yeah, this is a man who has really not impressed me since winning that title. And great that he's the main event here. Anyway, still talking about being the world champion, talking about his speech, the most paid. I don't know how he pulled that off, but that is what bargaining does for you. But that is Jinder Mahal talking about his retaining his title here. And yeah, what a surprise. About yourself, never would have guessed. Really, that is the worst delivery of Kazuchika Okada I've ever heard in my life. Your name ain't exactly the most American of them all either, Mahal. A bit hypocritical of you to say something like that. Oh, here we go. Well, so much for your speech, Jinder Mahal, because here comes the man who you laid out. Here comes the man who you denied the chance to win his second World Heavyweight Championship. Here comes, as his theme said at the start, Adam Cole, baby. Like I've said many occasions, I may not have respect for Adam Cole as a person, but I have respect for him as a wrestler. And at the Royal Rumble, he was all over Jinder Mahal and well on his way to a second world title, if not for that disqualification. Adam Cole now has come out here, and for the first time in a long time, I agree with him. He is a coward who is claiming greatness that he never earned. And Adam Cole knows. It stings with an Adam Cole, I can tell, because Jinder Mahal took that greatness from him. Jinder Mahal quick to bat back and talk about his victory at Money in the Bank that allowed him to win that title, whereas Adam Cole couldn't outlast 2 matches in one night. Big, stark in contrast difference there between Adam Cole and Jinder Mahal when it comes to that. And look at that. Cheap shots here now being fired by Adam Cole. Most expensive man on Monday Night Raw. Well, he's making himself looking very cheap as the champion. Cole, no respect for Jinder, and I like it. And Jinder now trying to be almost menacing in his own right. Ooh, spooky. Means nothing to him. If that's the case, Mahal, then why are you getting so pent up, so worked up about what Adam Cole is saying to you here tonight? Adam Cole knows he is under the skin of the modern day Maharaja, and he is really going to work on him, a coward of all things. And Adam Cole wants one more match with Jinder Mahal. He wants to win. He wants 2 matches. A street fight, since his love and devotion for chairs came along. And whoever wins that, whoever stands on top, decides the fate of the World Heavyweight Championship match that they will have. Jinder is now with his back against the wall, and he is acting. He gives him the match that he wants. 2 weeks from now it is made. Mark it down in your calendars. Adam Cole and Jinder Mahal in a rematch. A street fight no less. And Jinder Mahal now! Oh, why am I not surprised? Jinder blindsiding Adam Cole with a cheap shot no less. The running knee there to bring him down, and just like at the Royal Rumble, Jinder Mahal has to have the last say. He has to stand over Cole. The Colossus by Jinder. A vile, villainous, disgusting, heinous act here by the World Heavyweight Champion. This is the man who stands atop Monday Night Raw. This is the poster child for Monday Night Raw. I may not like Adam Cole, but I have more respect for him than I ever will for a pig like Jinder. 2 weeks from now, when they engage in that street fight, I hope revenge gets served to you and it gets slammed into your face, Jinder Mahal. I hope you are beaten from pillar to post by Adam Cole, and he's the one standing on top. He's the one who gets to decide the match and take the World Heavyweight Championship away from him. Mahal, you are nothing but a coward, and your days are numbered.